The story of the Brahmin Sumedha. After attaining enlightenment, the Buddha returned to visit the city of Kapilavatthu, where the Sakka clan resided. The elders of the clan, proud of their noble lineage, refused to pay homage to him when they met. In order to subdue their conceit and inspire reverence, the Buddha performed a miracle. He manifested a jeweled platform in midair, stretching from east to west and encompassing 10,000 world systems. Upon this radiant platform, he displayed the twin miracle, simultaneously emitting fire and water from his body. Witnessing such extraordinary power, all were deeply humbled and filled with faith. At that time, the Venerable Sāriputta, the Buddha's foremost disciple seated on his right, respectfully requested him to expound on the past lives of the Buddhas. Accepting the request, the Buddha began to recount the story of a Brahmin named Sumedha from a distant past. This story takes us back 4 incalculable eons and 100,000 great eons ago to a prosperous city called Amaravati. The city was charming and delightful, adorned with lush green belts of trees that cast cooling shade everywhere. Food was abundant, goods plentiful, and it stood as a great capital filled with the 7 kinds of treasures. The sounds of neighing horses, trumpeting elephants, the jingling of chariots, drums, music, and festive gatherings echoed constantly, making the city as lively as a heavenly realm. In that beautiful city lived a Brahmin named Sumedha. He belonged to a pure Brahmin lineage extending through many generations. He was born of a healthy and virtuous mother, and none could look down upon his noble heritage. He himself possessed a pleasing and attractive appearance. In terms of wealth, he inherited an immense fortune worth many kotis, with treasuries filled with gold, silver, and precious gems accumulated over 7 generations. In learning, Sumedha was a prodigy, well-versed in the 3 Vedas and many other profound Brahmanical texts. He was also skilled in recognizing the marks of great beings destined to become fully enlightened Buddhas or Pachika Buddhas. After his parents passed away while he was still young, the vast inheritance was left entirely in his hands. One day, ascending to the upper chamber and sitting cross-legged in solitude, the young Sumedha entered deep contemplation. He reflected on the suffering inherent in existence, the decay of the body, the darkness of death, and the relentless advance of old age. Looking at his own body, he saw it as merely a mass of impurity and defilement. From these reflections arose a powerful conviction. There must exist a path leading to Nibbana, the peaceful cessation of all bondage in samsara. He reasoned that in this world, if there is suffering, there must also be happiness. If there is the painful cycle of rebirth, there must be Nibbana that ends it. Just as heat implies the existence of cold, so too the fires of greed, hatred, and delusion must have an extinguishing state, Nibbana. Images arose vividly in his mind, like a man fallen into a pit of filth who sees a lotus pond in the distance but refuses to swim toward it. The fault lies with the man, not the pond. Likewise, if there is the deathless lake of Nibbana capable of washing away defilements, yet one does not seek it, the fault is not with Nibbana. Similarly, a man surrounded by enemies who refuses to escape, or a gravely ill person who refuses a skilled physician, the blame lies not with the path or the healer. He then reflected on abandoning the body, like casting away the carcass of a snake wrapped around one's neck, like leaving behind a latrine without looking back, like abandoning a leaking, decaying boat, or like discarding wealth to escape robbers. Sumedha saw the body itself as a thief, inciting wrongdoing and stealing the opportunity to perform merit. He resolved to abandon it and seek the secure city of Nibbana. Next, he considered his immense wealth accumulated over 7 generations. All his ancestors had died without taking anything with them, but he resolved that he would carry his wealth with him to Nibbana. He went to the king and declared his intention to renounce the world out of fear of birth, aging, sickness, and death, offering all his possessions to the king. The king refused and told him to use it as he wished. Hearing this, Sumedha ordered drums to be beaten throughout Amaravati, announcing that anyone who desired wealth could come and take it. He distributed all his riches equally among the people, without discrimination. Having completed this great act of generosity, he journeyed to the Himalayas, heading toward Mount Dhammika to seek the life of renunciation. From above, Sakka, the king of the Devas, saw him and instructed the divine craftsman Vissakama. "The wise Sumedha has renounced the world and will become an ascetic. Go and prepare a hermitage for him." Vissakama obeyed and created a beautiful hermitage surrounded by an enclosure. At its center stood a charming hut and a walking path 60 cubits long, perfectly level and free of defects, covered with fine white sand. The hermitage was fully equipped with dwellings, caves, flowering trees, fruit trees, clear ponds, and all necessities for a recluse. On the wall, Vissakama inscribed, "Whoever wishes to become an ascetic may use all these." Having finished, he returned to the celestial realm. Upon arriving at the Himalayas, Sumedha discovered the hermitage. After waiting and seeing no one, he entered and read the inscription. He found the provisions suitable. Reflecting on the drawbacks of lay clothing and the benefits of ascetic robes, he removed his luxurious garments and donned a bark cloth robe dyed yellow-red like the anoja flower. He wore an outer robe, slung a black antelope skin over his shoulder, tied his hair in a top knot secured with an ivory pin, arranged his water pot, fruit hook, basket, and other items on a carrying pole, took a staff in his right hand, and stepped out. Walking back and forth along the meditation path, the ascetic Sumedha gazed upon his new attire with great satisfaction. He felt his aspiration fulfilled. The life of a renunciant was glorious. He had freed himself from worldly bonds and entered a noble life devoted to spiritual striving. However, after some time, he realized that the comfort of the hermitage could lead to complacency. He reflected on 3 unwholesome thoughts to be avoided: sensual desire, ill will, and harmful intent. Though the hermitage was beautiful, with golden floors, shining walls, and a reddish roof, it still had disadvantages. After careful consideration, he abandoned the hut and chose to dwell under a tree, where conditions were more conducive to practice. The next morning, he went for alms. Villagers respectfully offered fine food. But Sumedha reflected, "I did not renounce the world for the sake of food. Delicious and refined food can give rise to conceit. It is better to abandon grain-based food and live only on fallen fruits." From then on, he ate only fruits that had naturally fallen to the ground. He gave up lying down and devoted himself day and night to meditation in the 3 postures of walking, standing, and sitting. Within just 7 days, through relentless effort, he attained the 8 attainments, jhanas, and the 5 supernormal powers. After recounting this story to Venerable Sāriputta, the Buddha summarized the entire journey of Bodhisattva Sumedha, from contemplation, generosity, renunciation, to attainment, in 7 verses: distributing wealth, journeying to the Himalayas, dwelling in the hermitage, donning ascetic robes, abandoning the hut for forest life, living on fallen fruits, and finally attaining the jhanas and supernormal powers within 7 days. This marked the beginning of a mahan and immeasurable journey, the first seed leading to the perfect enlightenment of Gautama Buddha in countless eons to come.